welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the panel for it's beginning of March. It's that much the beginning of March, it's nearly February. And we've got a challenge match between Gareth Coates and Andy Hayes. Green conditions are extremely wet, slippy and slimy. New camera position because I don't particularly want to get wet. And Andy Hayes is doing a decent thing and playing towards us. And as you can see, it's a bit slippy, a bit slidey, and that's just me camera.
Ball on the lad. It might be good enough. Well, they're not.
Referee for this game is Martin Bacon, who seems a lot healthier than he was last time because he was dying of a cold. But all seems well. Green extremely wet. John Crossley's been on with the Super Soaker to try and get as much of it off as he can, but fairly safe to say I think there's more forecast. Andy Hayes was particularly impressive last game. He played Scott Fisher, and if he reaches, he should have a reasonably simple 2 if he finds the gap, which he does not. Right-handed thumb peg mark just underneath the crown, playing towards the shelter where the crowd is keeping out of the weather. Looks to just give up to me. Yeah. First ball on, and he's trying to make sure he doesn't do any damage, and he nearly did. Just the one little touch on his own would be perfect, or to sit out Andy's bowl, and he's certainly here. Wrong one.
Yeah. Just a little one. Who's telling me till this
Just sort my tripod out. Sweeping thumb peg mark. Wang's against the board. That's protecting that corner. The board's still in place this corner that I'm close to. The ground under repair and has been all winter. But 2 throws in the panel to try and set a mark. Can't say for definite, but that must be 3 or 4 yards past. And Gareth's come other peg at it and has just sunk a bit. Bad end from Andy, irrespective of what happens here. They're a mile off. They're an absolute mile off. No idea who's on. I'm not sure anybody else has an idea who's on. It's Hayes, one with his second ball. 7-6. 41 up. Both players getting a 5 start, so well, I'll let you to work the math out.
Hold on. What's that? Yeah, ball on.
And is he, yeah, try to come up the round peg to it to fit the thumb peg mark. He's come other wheel to get another. He's got one. So he just scores 8-6 without this bowl. It's a nice connection for Gareth. Must have won from here. Yeah. Confirmation of the score. As long as Egg doesn't step any further back.
Nearly as cold as what you were last night.
I know, yeah.
Took only 20 minutes to defrost car.
Up towards the car park corner. Oops. Lies one, tries to make another.
Yes, hey. Come on, man. Get on that.
Hayes, 2.
10-7. Light rain still falling. Which is a surprise, it's not done that, has it? Gonna distance, corner to corner on this green. Well, on the mark they're playing, it's probably going to be something like 35 yards. ball from Gareth. Lucky ball. Can try and make another, can't make it worse. And nearly has. Gareth in effect cutting the green in half here. As you can see it, put it 2 foot past. And Andy can't quite get there with his yard short. 8-10 as they play. Lying 9-10. Lying to go level with these two. Andy must be passing his own yard, and it's dying on him. Coat 1. 9-10. Gareth now playing what in the summer is something that's ridiculously quick, but obviously in these conditions it most certainly isn't ridiculously quick. But still a good one under any conditions. A ginger trot after his ball from Gareth, but it doesn't get there, but might well be in the way. Looks like he's playing for a connection onto his own bowl. Yeah, managed to get through to Gareth's. Nullified end, according to Martin Bacon, the referee. Game will be replayed. 9-10 as they play. Probably if now in the lowest part of the green. Uphill wherever you go. Simple bit of land, but you just got to be there. Gareth's line to go level, and if when this one finishes, I think he likes to go in front. I think that, yeah, 2 according to the ref, likes to go in front to go by if he gets them. Well, Andy, clear run, Yep, saved. Levels the game up at 10s. Land-wise, reasonably simple. Just really a matter of getting the length. I'd say coach from here with the length bowl. Played for the block, didn't get it. 2 for Gareth Coates. 12-10 up. It's uphill. Anything, well, that's probably where the jack is slight downhill slope. Certainly past it, it drops off the face of the earth the further you go. It's a good enough from Gareth. 2 in front, lives to go further clear. Andy just playing over, block or bowl. And it's block. And it stays on. 11-12. Looks to be a finger peg mark. Uphill. Over the crown. Downhill finish. Scoreboard in the background. Mr. Haven's just turned up with a toasted sandwich, is it? Pasty. Had to be something.
Gareth is 17 inches, not 20.
Incoming, playing to sit it out. Just missed it. So Gareth, brave enough, is he brave enough to go for another?
Oh, Michael.
Two more for Gareth, good bowls. 14-11. Straight peg mark, well, right-handed front peg, up the hill. Won it according to the referee. Both bowls a couple of foot off. And Gareth's not sure. Almost got the jack. So, Andy lying one, needs to go for another. He's 3 behind. Doesn't look like it gets it. 12-14 as they play. Great ball from Gareth. Looks to be touching or near enough. And he's playing weight. So Gareth, 2 in front, lying 1. Obviously doesn't want to be too much over. Coats 2.
Everybody will be there.
Putting a bit of pressure on. Gareth, that's putting a bit of pressure on Andy here. Very loose first bowls from him. Downhill past the jack. Good save that. But it's 5 in front now as Gareth. Must be a yard short, that bowler Gareth's. Green's just starting to pick up a bit now, drying out. The rain has stopped. The super soakers took a lot of it off. That must be a yard, 4 foot short. Not short with this though. Well, lies 1, gets another. 2 for Andy Hayes. 14-17. lowest part of the green. Everything's uphill, length bowl, as you can see it, to the side of the jack by about a foot, well 16 inches. And Gareth licks it. Other peg, trying to sit it out, but he's underneath. Gareth's second bowl, he's hung this one out. And out for this. Coat 1, 4 in front, 18-14. Left-handed, and he's convinced he's short, and he's correct. And so is Andy.
Nearly 5 feet. I'm going to say 5 yards then.
5 foot short. And he's corrected well. Well, Andy Hayes, you need 6 foot in it. Great ball from Andy Hayes. Been a good game so far, this. The sun's in danger of coming out, which is a slight problem because I'm in the wrong camera position here for a sunny day. And these 2 bowls there, neither of them you'd say was a bad one, but Gareth, well, he was going for another, but he didn't really go for another. can see the jack, and you may have briefly seen Gareth bowl. And I'll have to zoom out before you can see Andy's bowl. Well, it counts, but it won't. And that counts in return, but it shouldn't. Not beat it. Closest bowl, pick your own distance off. I had to go for about 4 yards. 2015.
So back and forth.
Wants it to run. Well, I don't think it's too bad myself. It's probably 2 foot short, but I wouldn't suggest putting 2 foot in it. 2 foot of running in it. Because this will sail past. And is off. And Gareth's, well, he's put a yard in it. Andy under a bit of pressure, 5 behind, needs to find one. Needed that. 16-20. The sun is threatening to come out.
I'm just back on fiddle, that's a great ball.
Ooh, this needs to try and make another. Gives Gareth a free ball if it doesn't.
Very tight.
That's yours, we're going to chuck them off. That's yours, we're going to chuck them off. This is yours,
Well, Gareth's playing over for the block. Bit of a wayward attempt. Measures required to find out who was second bowl. one for Andy Hayes. 1720. Just thinking about what tactic he wants to try and do. Not doing the corners, just cutting. Well, he's gone. Front peg mark. Over the crown. As you can see, good lead. Gareth, is he getting here? He is not, by a yard. Does Andy make another? Just, I think. So, put a bit in. They've had a chance, clear run. Well, he'd be wanting a better lead than that, really. 2 behind, 1820. Good ball, Andy. He did take 4 foot out of it and did. Yeah. Bit of a decision for Gareth. Catch on the jack. Always helps. Get one to the side. Can Gareth pass his own by a yard? Oh, he's passed it by a foot. Go by. No, Gareth. Don't know.
Hey, come yes, lead on. Yeah. Lead on.
Good game this, Brian. Eh? Good game this.
Playing well.
Yeah. Can't argue with what we've seen so far. Better than 2 weeks ago.
Of course, you know, he played bad then, didn't he?
Well, the words of the best to play the game, Brian Duncan, president of the panel. I don't know if he'll be watching. We'll just say hello to the former president of the panel, Roy Armson. Don't believe he's in the greatest of health, so I wish him well. He thought he'd struck and he hasn't. He's played a length. You see by the scoreboard, 2 in front. Rise 1. Well, brave ball. Played for full ball connection to line 2. But got half the ball instead, but still won. 21-22 was the play. Watery sun coming through. Change of length again from Gareth. Players for the second game today is George Chadwick against Stephen Glover. Both have arrived. I think Andy's won off that. Yeah, Gareth playing through. Oh. Knocks his own further away, so it should be a easy 2 for and oh well, should be an easy 2 for Andy. Yeah, just does enough. Three in front, 24-21. Backers of a Merseyside double.
Wow.
In good voice now. Ace 3 in front. Gareth not reaching. Bit of a turn round from 15 minutes ago. Gareth casing his first ball for being in the way. Yeah, incoming, playing.
Go on, lad. Go on.
26-21.
Keep that.
Gareth wants his own to run. Wanted to stop, it's gone past the jack, but stays in. Oh, that's Andy Reach with his second.
You can't do it every end after that, don't worry.
Two for Gareth Coates, 23-26. Not going a big distance, just over the crown to referee Martin Bacon will know well. This type of bowl, this type of marker rather. Gareth's on. What you doing with this one? Not there, but might be a nuisance. Going by the way Andy's looking at this, it looks like it's a bit of a nuisance, that ball. Playing weight at it, playing to sit on his own bowl, to sit Gareth out, but nuisance it was. Coates won. Not the greatest, it's not the up and down this green, the land's not that difficult, it's just weight of the ball. And Gareth won't be happy with, although he lies two, he really shouldn't count. Andy turned his peg. Coates 2, 26 across. Not a great end, but if you're going to play two bad bowls and count off them, you know, life's not so bad. Again, a bad lead from Gareth, but say in the summer, I'm not sure the block will stay there. Last ball one. Andy choice, did he play a length? Did he play to sip Gareth's bowl out? Found the gap. Fair collection of bowlers behind the end, watching what goes on. And they just want to measure. Gareth now in front, 27-26. And better lead this time. Foot away. Two yards short is Andy. Good balls from Gareth. 3 in front he is with them. Don't think he was playing to shunt his own in, but nearly did. 29-26. Won't stop now, doesn't stop past the jack. And there's Andy's bowl. Definitely not passing the jack. Gareth's second bowl on the way. Doesn't look short again. Further with that one. It's a bad end from Gareth. In the lowest part of the green, playing all uphill. Into almost a mud patch. This one of Gareth's dragging its feet. Not getting there.
Inches.
Now Gareth, 4 foot on it, wins. Not short, on the outside, doesn't do anything now. Doesn't stay on the green.
Hayes 2.
Hayes 2. Goes 1 in front. Straight mark under the crown, dips and falls, but it's not. You've got to get your bowl away well in a very wet corner. All Gareth's got to do, pass his own by a yard, and it certainly passes his own. Will it stop? Does not. 2 in front, 31-29. Looking back towards the camera. Hope he had a smile on his face. Right-handed finger peg mark to within a foot of where he come from. That board, you can see, rope sectioned off part of the green. Good ball from Gareth.
Yes, boss, just a yard.
Yard over. Gareth's come out other peg. Block would be nice for 2. But it's just whipped away. Really, he didn't need to take anything out of his face, which what he did. But Gareth, can he get another to level the game up? Does not.
Go, 1.
The 30-31 as they play. Excuse the shaky camera to get a better view. Connection on the jack. Out. Get on, Mr. Cry.
All that.
Good ball from Andy. Oh, Andy's in the way now. Condemned is his second ball. Andy's done the criminal and knocked his opponent closer. Just settle the tripod again. Calipers required. Just settle on the tripod. You'll be buying a new tripod the way things are going. Good news for Andy, didn't do any damage. Looked for a second that he did, for a while he looked like he had. 32-30. Block gone off. Block returned. 2 throws.
Yes, lad.
Gareth just underneath. So he's playing over the top of the crown. Not the easiest. Not got another. So I'd imagine this might be a bit aggressive from Gareth. No, well, it's playing for 2. Hayes 1-3 in front. Looks to be a couple of foot over, maybe a yard. 3 in front. Gareth Coates just passes it, just goes too far.
Yes, easy. Behind Martin.
Not a good second though. So Gareth, can he take a yard out? Yes, he can. 31-33. And I think it's getting colder. The watery sun has thought better of it. And I wouldn't be really surprised if we didn't get more rain. It's just starting to get some grey cloud over. Well, Gareth tries again. Playing into the mud patch. Fraction underneath, it'll kick away now. It's as you see it, 2 yard off, and Andy's on better land. Still a yard off. That must be a profit, it's started to rain. And the Ace's second bowl incoming. Hayes one. As the rain falls again. Is it coming down, Billy?
Rain? I thought you said it rained.
34-31.
I thought I'd been 43.
Finger peg. Right-handed finger peg. Out into the opposite corner. Not there, not a lead. And Gareth stepped in. The only thing you can say about it gives Andy a bowl to sit on. Easier said than done. He's off. Looks too high to me. Not going to drop down that much. So Gareth seemed to come out all right, though needs to trickle down. Coates 2. $33-34 as they play. One of those leads which really shouldn't be good enough. Though it counts so far that leader rose off. 2.5 foot away, and he's gone 4 foot past. And this is worse from Gareth. Spent some time waiting to send his bowl, and I think he's forgot how to send it, how far he had to send it. Hayes won 35-33. Playing a right-handed. I think it's a thumb peg mark. Up over the crown, drops down, goes over a ridge that's there that you can't see from here. And it's not, to be fair, the greatest lead you'll ever see. However, it may do its job. Missile.
On my short.
Foot short. There's the cry. Just try and get a slightly better picture. Looks like Martin's fallen over, but he hasn't. Now, nice to go 37-33. Gareth can't be short and isn't. Four in front at a really important time of the game. Up into the distance towards the cars. Is it being written off? Nice to go 39-33. No ball from Gareth unless he makes a huge connection and shifts the jack, and that's what he's playing for. It's actually a great bowl that he played, and he was actually unlucky that it didn't count off it. $37-33.
Can't go past it. Hurry up, lad. Hurry up.
'As you can see, Andy's bowl is 3 yards short. Gareth's 4 foot to the side, and I don't. Well, I think Gareth's on. Does this trickle down the hill to make another? And it does not. Coach 1. $34-37 as they play. Left-handed mark. Looks to be a left-handed thumb peg mark, so normal hand to finger peg mark. Uphill, don't be underneath. Coats on. And I think the block might be behind the far, well, from us the far side of Gareth's bowl, protected. Because do we getting another, or put one bang in the way? I'm not really sure, but Andy's played at it. Coach 1, 35-37. It's been a really good game, this. Fairly straightish mark, slight fallen mark, nothing to it, just got to get a length. I think I managed to get all that in shot. Apologies if you got whiplash when I moved the camera. Nullified end. Gareth's gone off for a cloth. It's gone a bit further this time as Gareth. He's played one. Again. Touch unlucky, made it worse for himself. Gareth could do with one pass on the jack. May have left the target with that one. Level game, 37s.
Some squeaky ones.
First to fall.
Squeaky ones,
The rain stopped. Starting to get a little bit brighter again. At the side of the jack is the ball, and Andy's not reached. Drops away for not a length. Can Gareth get a good second? Put the pressure on. Well, made less of a target for Andy to sit on. Now, he's got a chance with this, but it needs to drop with his length. Well, by moving the ball from the side of the jack, gave him probably 6 to 8 inches all round, and he could stop one in that target zone. 38, 37. Off into the opposite corner where all the cars are. Thinks he's short, and he's not wrong. Gareth is certainly not short. Well,
5.5 feet.
5.5 feet short. Wants it to weigh now. Stopped in. Actually lies to go all but. So Gareth needs to find one. And it doesn't have to be the greatest bowl in the world to win. had to get past the shortest bowl. Hayes won. Probably a wise comment from the side. He could have gone over peg with that. $39.37. Nice little connection on the jack. You can see from the score, he needs that and one other to win the game. And Gareth, not the worst effort this, you know. Not the worst effort at all. And he's
just past the lad.
They said Andy Hayes is in.
Well, Eggman! Grow
Well, it's finished 2 foot short, but I think it's in the way. And he doesn't want to. It was the ideal.
They've got an up there. Probably about 14-15 inches.
In Gareth, you think he can't be short. Must give his bowl a chance. Fair effort. All it has done is get Andy Hayes to all but 40-37.
I've got 3 now.
You don't win now, you know.
And we're on. A finger peg mark, right-handed finger peg, up towards the car park. Green drying out by the minute. It's just hung out. Can Gareth put one inside that? Is he there? Will it peg? Both balls on the outside of the jack.
Hey!
Andy Hayes is on.
Let it go, Andy, let it go. Really, lad.
Beats his own. Don't think he liked it. I'm not quite sure why. All the pressure on Gareth now. Game down. Must find one. It's hung out again. Game over. 41-37 in the first challenge match. Excellent game between these two players.
We'll get some internet signals to put that better. I was telling you about can't get a signal here.
We're going to, if you come out of here,
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second of the challenge matches today at the panel. George Chadwick is playing Stephen Glover. Stephen Glover, the perennial underdog, playing one of the home panel men. Although I think Stephen is very, very slight favourite on the heat. Clicking it.
No, you just backed him now. Back your money, lad.
Toss is being made. Level game this. Both players receive a 5-star, 41 up. And George has sent the jack out first end, and it's only gone off with interest. This is not the shortest of jacks either, but stays on the green. But he's kept the jack on, but he's not kept his lead bowl on. So Stephen Glover, anywhere on the green to count. George has sent his second one. This is not short again. But bowl just stays on. No, not the greatest of the first ends, but Chaddy won. Excuse me, I'm half dying. George has nearly gone off again with his lead bowl this end.
Yeah, he won the 41 30 each.
So George lies 2. Not the greatest of twos, but lies 2. Now lies 1. 7-5. Must be uphill from this end, from where they're sending them. And it's not been the most illustrious to start so far. It was a very good game, the first game between Andy Hayes and Gareth Coates. And both players played extremely well. But this has not been a good start. 9-5. Again, George has sent Jack off. He's playing on the big pace differences. Massive reach last end.
No, Carl.
Oh, again, let me know you're in the confidence.
Yeah, man, just put me in, I'll find a partner.
No, the invitation.
Yeah, man,
Right.
I haven't got a partner then.
Did the KK phone you? Again, the KK phone you?
No.
2-man team on Windows 23rd of June, you going in?
Yeah, is he okay?
Phone next. Who wants to speak to you?
9-5. Better lead from George. Not a bad second at all. Same as his first, really. And this is to go 6 in front against Stephen Glover, who's doesn't look like he's played these type of marks whilst he's been here before. Chadwick 2. 11-5. Massive reach from where they are.
Here, George wins.
Massive reach from where they are. And Stephen's still not reached. We're playing finger peg. Pegs away from the edge of the green. It can hang out, but you're playing for the bit of peg on the bowl. Massive reach. Looks like he may have played one this time, although it's pegged on him. Two more for George, 13-5. This one of these channel marks, I think I've seen Chris Morrison play this mark before. Yeah, to get a length. 8 in front. Nice to go 10 in front. Pressure on Stephen Glover. Two more. Steve's playing someone who knows the green better than anybody he's played on this green so far. And Stephen, of course, is undefeated in his, I think it's 4 matches that he's played. But George will have all the green knowledge on him here. Knows what to do, where to go. All he's done so far is play Stephen on really big pace differences. Thought I was in a shop then. Must reach, must give your bowl a chance. George has not got there with his second, a bad bowl. Give Steve a chance to just play out his bowl.
Come on now, get in.
Shunted his bowl in. I think Stephen needs a couple of ends with the jack to get in a bit of rhythm. Playing a finger peg mark over the crown now. Downhill from here. Pegging towards the scoreboard. That tickle on the jack stopped it going another 4 foot. Good bowl from George Chadwick there. And Stephen must do something. He's playing for George's bowl, I think. Bit unlucky with that one. Nearly shunted it out. Nearly shunted his own bowl onto George's. So, the second half of the Merseyside double today is 16-6 down to West Orton's George Chadwick. George, who lives, I think it's about 10 minutes walk from this green. Thumb peg, right-handed thumb peg, uphill, don't be short, well, watch as George is. Must give your bowl a chance. Must give your bowl a chance, and not happening so far. Struggling for a length is Mr. Glover. 18-6. George is nearly halfway there. We've been playing 10 minutes. Tricky block position. Anything past the jack may not stop. Not gonna stop. Not there. It's not a mark that is played that much where the block is, because you can't get it there in the summer. Steve needs to take a yard out. Give it a chance, this, you know. Does it stop, though? 7-18. Change the pace of the game, slow it down a little bit, collect your thoughts, and send the jack where you think you can put your ball next to it. Not play the lead though. Not going to get away with them. Pressure on Mr. Glover. Struggling again. And George has let him off. Really should have been trying to get another there. 19-7. And again, I think what George has looked to have done all game so far is just play the marks that he will know a lot better than Stephen. Right-handed thumb peg, bang over the crown. Not a good lead. It's dropped underneath by being because it was a yard short. Only one according to the referee for this game is Billy Griffiths. Stephen thinks he's underneath, and he's right. He was just on, wasn't in shot, but he was on the lean, trying to shoulder it in up the hill. 27. Thumb peg mark. Not a great deal to it. Just got to be there. Stephen's come with a peg at it. Steve's just trying to play a tight peg and yard over bowl, so trying to sit it out, misses. 21-7. Finger peg mark. Again, not a great lead. Steve's on the tight side, but a better length. Think wins, but say on the tight side. George is a lot further with this. Wins. Yeah, 1 to George so far. See, be looking to sit on George's. Stefan missing, not going to get back to the bowl.
Chadwick 1.
No one's taking any bets the present minute. George just played thumb peg towards the car park corner. Put too much in the jack, so we get the second throw. Second attempt to set a mark. This one's not gone off. Not going to go off, rather. It's a big yard short. This is more short. Oh no, tell a lie, just trickled in. Georgie looked to put a bit on it on this one. Wind with a miss.
I just have yours on the measure.
Yeah. George concedes it. 8.22. Shocking camera work, do apologise. Decent lead there from Stephen, going almost a full maximum distance you can. He doesn't want to put anything else in his first bowl. And George has just crept into shot.
Hurry up. Alright. Hurry up. We're alright. Hurry up. Still saying hurry up.
This is not short of George's. Not short at all. But wangs the jack off on its way. Nullified end. Stephen set as a block. Finger peg. He plays from the side of the mat. But not the worst lead in the world. It's a couple of foot past. And George has not got up the hill. Lies 2. Did lie 2. Good bowl from George. 23-8. Needs a few ends. No, saying the obvious thing. Needs a few ends with the block here, does Stephen. But needs to George let him to have the jack first. Thumb peg. Bowl. Fractionally outside jackland. Half a bowl over. Stephen's bowl. Down the same tram line as George's, just finishing short. George didn't like it, don't know why. Just like having a moan up here, to be honest. Moan about nothing.
What's it called, that other green and blue?
Stephen's having a strike. Nullified end. Still no one prepared to have a bet. Uphill through the middle of the green. Fractionally better land from Stephen, but is he too far? Can't get a length. George has not played one. Played a worse bowl than his first. Take a yard out, Mr. Glover, and you'll win. If you get past George's second one, which you've knocked in for 2.
Tony, take the time now.
Right. 25-8.
Let me go, lad.
Not a lead from George. 4 foot by. This bowler Stevens a better length, but it's left room for George. Just dropped down off the crown. Won it. Little light rain just starts to fall, and Stevens underneath again. Needs a miracle this bowl. Doesn't get it. 26-8. Steve supporters are now talking about the horse racing rather than this game. Oh, that looked like a good land from Georgia with the second, but not there. Oh, good second bowl from Steve. Gets him to double figures. 10-26 as they play. He needs to take his time, compose himself. Try and put the jack in a place where he can play a good lead. Although it's getting cold, so we should get a move on. Decent lead. Downhill finish. Although not a mark that George will be worried about because he's played it a lot of times himself.
Put the camera.
Going by this bowl, George must be on. He is. 27-10. I mean, these type of conditions are where you want to be playing the panel men, really, because it's not really as big an advantage as a home green because it's so wet and dead.
Like a good day for me, this. 10 off for Sinner, 10 off George.
Not so bad, Owen. 2 winners.
Shut up.
Don't know who's on here.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Chadwick won.
Chadwick won. 28-10. Don't think this jack is stopping. George is looking to plop the jack on a quick finish again. Well, it's almost playing exactly the same mark as the just did. Quick downhill finish. Good lead there, just in front of the jack, making Steve pass it. Unlucky ball from Steve, just give up. And this ball of George's is he into the back of Steve's bowl? No.
Tight for second.
And Steve again, it's not short. Will it hang out with pace? Oh, it's played one there. Shunted George's counting closest bowl out.
8-5.
Measures are required.
8-5, anyone? Take 8-5.
2 for Stephen Glover. Needs them and quite a lot more. Scored in the background here, you can see 12-28 as the play. Last time Steve played this mark, Cardinal Sin, not playing a lead. This time he has. I think George is just wanged out off that. Oh no, just favourite according to the referee. Was he dropping underneath with that? Well, according to the referee, Mr. Billy Griffiths. Steve's shaking his hand, shaking his head. Yeah, 1 to George, 29-12.
Just fucking money. You got off the stage this morning, can't we?
Finger peg. Up over the crown. Quick after the jack. I don't think that's won it, Stevens. I think George lies 2. Lies to go 31-12 up. And George likes his own as well.
Chadwick, 2. You got a black cat on the way up there.
31-12. The perennial underdog is a really big underdog now. George hates it. Don't think he thinks he's got it away well, and it's a mile off. Stephen Glover's played an absolutely horrific ball, knocking George's closer. I think he's knocked it half decent one. One more for George, 32-12. Crowd gone quiet. I think they can see the writing that's been on the wall for a while in this game.
Hang on, Jackie. Do you want to check them? Yeah, look. Jackie, look. Let's go. Let's start. Let's start from the top.
Dead straight mark.
So,
over the crown.
back to 61 pins.
Can Stephen find the same land as George? Looks underneath. Dropping away. Pulled it across himself. Can't get on the same land as George so far, can Stephen? Which is difficult when you're playing over the crown. Nearly played one here though. One more for George. 33-12. Some of the crowd are leaving, they think it's all over.
It is now.
Thumb peg mark over the crown. Stephen's turned his back on it already. Doesn't think it's there. He's right. It's a quickish finish, but you've got to be there. He knocked the block, Stephen, but he's knocked it to George's back end. 34-12. Yard over from George. Stephen was a yard further. So Mr. Glover, some seriously good bowls are required and this needs to stop. One more for George, 35-12. Finger peg mark. Uphill into what can only be described as a bit of a mud patch. Must be here with your bowl, and if you're not going to count. Well, give it a chance with this one. Good ball, Stephen. Good ball that. 13-35.
Don't back up, save a couple of seats. Save a couple of seats.
Finger peg mark. Just underneath the crown. Don't be underneath. Also, don't be too far. Gone out according to referee. And this is not short from Stephen. George is just on the high side, just trying to get a bit of kick off the slope like that. 36-13, one for George there. Uphill, quickish, not too far after the jack. Just got to get a length. Bad end from George should leave Stephen an easy 2. Yep. 1536, which may be an important date in history, but I've got no idea what happened if it was. Not a great lead from Steve. Big yard short. As rain starts to fall. This is not short from Stephen. Needs the connection. Doesn't get it. Easy 2 for George. 38-15.
Jackie going on for a little trip.
Thumb peg. Uphill all the way. Need to be here with your bowls.
The best out, you know.
Yard over from George. Stephen stepped in.
That's about just over 9 inch.
Just underneath again from George, trying to play the bowl out. You'd think it'd be another easy 2 for Steve. But it isn't, he's not reached, only the 1.
Allowed to reach in this game, lad, come on.
Number 1.
16-38. The rain starts to get a bit heavier. Finger peg mark. Just follow the tram lines.
How many left sections have you got? You got more than 1, you got a problem.
Don't be underneath. It's the crown. Kick the bowl down. Like that. 39-16. And it's cold. It's cold.
We've got to watch Glover throw the ball over the ball's legs. That's it, weird.
Lowest part of the green, make sure you reach wherever you go from it. I think George is just underneath and a foot short with his first, and Stephen's 4 or 5 foot short. George lies up, I think, but they're not great bowls there. And Stephen is not short at all. Weighed in, 41-16.